What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host, Josh, and we're here, man. We are at a unbelievable round of 16 tie. I'm pumped for it. I'm sure a lot of you guys are in the chatter as well. I started it a little bit early just because I'm excited. Hope you guys are doing well. Give me your predictions in the chat, and let's enjoy this game, and hopefully we'll see it not come home, even though I do know that there'll be some of you guys in the chat who you know, maybe want it to go home. But we'll say hello to a lot of you guys. Jacob has joined and said this is BS. I'm not sure what he's referring to, but Jacob, it's okay. It's okay. England, you're finished. Come on, Germany. England, it's not coming home. It's getting heated in the chat already. It's getting heated in the chat. That's okay. It's coming home to Germany. Let's go. Riley, how you doing, my man? White is here. Said, man, this match is so tense. It is, man. I'm absolutely buzzing for it. I hope you guys are doing well. Drop a like if you're just joining us and put your prediction in. The starting 11 is on the screen. I'm going to try to catch up with the comments and quickly go over it before we get started here. Anyone can win. And to be fair, in this specific game, without being biased, but you should say the winner of this game should have a pretty easy shot to the final. And I think that's pretty self-explanatory. There's a lot of pressure on both of these teams to get over the hump and have a straight shot, because there's a massive opportunity for one of these two teams to go to the final, to win it. It should be a lot of fun, man, and I'm excited for it. We'll be cheering for Germany here on the channel, but I do know British Empire and a couple of other viewers are pretty big England fans, so we'll welcome them there. But hopefully we got some new faces in here, and if you are new, drop a like on the chat and throw in some predictions, guys. I didn't put in my prediction yet. I want to see what some of you guys say before I do so. Kelly says, bro, we have arrived, heading to the pub. I'll lobby in Regina to watch, but I'll have you in my ear as well. Good luck to the sides for anyone who's in the Euro trip. England 5 live, Germany 1. Wow. Kelly, hope you're doing well, my man. That's pretty cool that you're going to go to a pub. And I'm excited to be joined by a lot of you guys as well, for those of you guys who are not going to drink, but that's all right. The Beautiful Games here says, usually the football intelligence and mental strength of the German team comes through in games like this. Hopefully they can do it again. Let's go, Germany. Very relieved but disappointed for him. There's no Sancho. There's not. I think Jurgen just pulling our leg. Got a lot of good comments coming in here today, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are excited. We're a little under 15 minutes away from kickoff. Come on, Germany. I'm so nervous. I'm a little nervous too, man. This is going to be a cool game. Muzala will score the winner from Juan, big Bayern fan. Whoever wins this game is going to the final. I think that's a fair assumption. I think that one of these two teams should have an easy route. Saying that, it's similar to the World Cup in 2018, where England had that easy route to the final and they blew it to Croatia. So it is kind of hard to determine that. But another good friend of ours here. Okay, guys, like the video. If you haven't done so yet, please like the video and subscribe if you're new. And let me know where you guys are watching from today, because we are watching from good old Canada. Yesterday I said England will beat Germany. It's coming home. England support. There's some England support here on the channel. I hope Josh did not wear any cap. I did. Hey Josh, how you doing, my friends? No Sancho. They will lose. Let's go England. Yusuf, my man, how you doing? Says 4-2 Germany. 2-1 Germany. Nothing better than knocking out England again. Old Saint Mick, my boy. Hey Josh, hey Malo, my friend, how you doing? Brady's here, says cheering for the underdog. Go England. That's interesting. Who do you guys think's the underdog of this game? Who would you say is the favorite? I don't know. I feel like both teams are relatively even, and this game could go either way. Of course, we'll be backing the Germans, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, got some good, nice comments coming in. Riley says, go Germany. Go Germany. I like it. I like it. Steve's here. How you doing, Steve? England. Deutschland. I was sad to see the U.S. men's national team not respond to Jurgen's coaching. There you are. Watching the game on ESPN Plus, and Sami Khedira, after the commercial, is going to be down to the German lineup. Yeah, let's take a look at the starting 11s right now. I haven't broken it down yet. So taking a look at England, they're lining up in the 3-4-3. It was rumored that that's what the formation they were going to go with. That does look like indeed what they did. They got two right backs on the pitch, but we know Walker can play as an outside right back. Pickford's in net, and we saw an analyst who said that he's better than Manuel Neuer, so, you know. Right wing back, they got Trippier. Outside right back, or right center back, they got Kyle Walker with Harry Maguire, John Stones, and Luke Shaw as their left wing back. Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice. So they did go with the two very defensive midfielders in the middle of the park with Sterling, Saka, and Kane up front. So the issue I have with England's starting 11 is the midfield. I think without having your center attacking mid in the starting 11 like this and having two very defensive midfielders in Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice, they're gonna struggle getting the ball to the front three. I truly believe that. I think that our midfield battle will prevail. I think Germany's got the better midfield, and if like there's not a creative outlet when it comes to Phillips and Declan Rice, and if they can't get the ball to the front three, England are going to be honestly shit out of luck. So that's something that I like to see. I'd feel a little bit more nervous if, for example, Bellingham was starting or if they played with a cam. But in this formation, I'm not convinced by the midfield getting the distribution to the front three. That's a big hole in my opinion. Looking at the Germans, though, they switched things up. Jurgen Löw did. He went with the typical 3-4-2-1. Now, remember, this formation can switch in-game, but Neuer's in net. Right wing back for the time being is Joshua Kimmich. Outside center back is Ginter with Hummels and Rudiger. Left wing back is Gozens with Kroos, Goretzka, who comes in, which was expected for the two center mids. You got Havertz and Muller playing kind of as your floating cams under a striker. And they did go with Timo Werner. And that's going to be the question mark on the German side for me is, can Timo Werner do it? Can Timo Werner put the ball in the back of the net when the time comes, when he gets a chance? Because he probably will. And if he can't put the ball in the back of the net, it's going to hurt us because Timo Werner is someone who always leads to chances. He does make good runs, even though most of the times his runs are offside. But the interesting thing about this formation is it can switch to a 4-3-3. If it does shift, you'll see Kimmich go to the heart of the midfield. You'll see Ginter at right back, Hummels, Rudiger, Gozens at left back. You'll have a beautiful midfield three of Kimmich, Goretzka, Kroos with, again, your two kind of inverted wingers / center attacking mids and Thomas Müller and Kai Havertz with Werner up front. So I'm interested to see how Jurgen Löw does line up. From what we see here, obviously it's looking like he's going to go with the three-back formation, but we'll have to see how that counteracts what England can do. Couldn't get the nations to buy in. But let me know what you guys think about the starting 11. Who's got the better starting 11 right now? England or Germany for this game? I'm predicting Gozens to win. I like it. Mr. Carlson's here. He says 1-0 for the Germans. I like it. I like it. I haven't heard a prediction yet from myself because I'm trying to see what you guys are thinking. But hello, random Canadian man. BuzzGens. How you doing, my man? Hope you're feeling well. Let's get to 20 likes. I like that goal. I don't know what we're at, but if we haven't hit 20 likes, hit the like button, say hello to the chat, and put who you guys think are going to win. Because I think this is gonna be a banger. I hope it lives up to the match. I know that we're gonna have a lot of fans coming in because of the Bundesliga connection, but I don't know. There was two absolute bangers yesterday, and I'm hoping that the game can live up to some expectation. But if Canada faced Germany, who would you support? I would go for Canada. I'm Canadian. It is what it is. I was born in Canada. I was raised in Canada. Parents, grandparents in Canada. Canada's my country, but my background is Germany. So that's why I support the Germans in the Euros and usually the World Cup, because Canada doesn't make it there. So in the Euros, man, Germany is my country. And I have found some mutuals here through the channel, and I think a lot of us today will be going for the Germans. Especially Yusuf, another Canadian, says Germany is the slight underdogs. Interesting. Every time Germany scores, you must say sheesh for us. I can't promise you I'm going to do that. You clipped it last time. You lost the trust, my man. You lost the trust. I support England, but England are overrated. Open and honest about it. I like it. Juan says Musiala will score the winner. I saw a meme. It showed like a 120th minute header goal from Jamal Musiala to win it. So I mean that would be something, man. That would be something. On OneFootball, Germany has 55% and England has 40%. Interesting. Please don't sheesh. We won't. Werner will miss a lot of goals. That's the big battle for me today. Can Timo Werner put the ball in the back of the net when it's required? And on the other side, can Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips get the ball to the front 30 for any type of movement? Because Harry Kane, in my opinion, has a very quiet tournament. And a lot of them, in my opinion, a lot of the reason became because they don't have a midfielder who can get the ball to the front 3 and create any real havoc. And I don't know. I'm not convinced by this starting 11. I like it in terms of who I think is going to win, because I'm back in the Germans, man. England have all fans, but Germany have the power. I like it. Imagine dropping Gundogan. They should have dropped Kroos instead. I don't know about that. Gundogan has not had a very good tournament in my opinion, but Gundogan is on the bench though. I think the switch of formation will hit the English players the wrong way. They won't be able to adapt. That's what I'm thinking too. My guess is that they're going to start in the formation we see on screen. They're going to start with the 3-back, and then if things aren't going their way, or if Jurgen Love tries to shake things up, I'm pretty sure that they're going to see Kimmich go to the middle, because that's where we saw a lot of the success in the last match for the Germans, is when Kimmich was playing, the position he was made to play. Phillips is a deep lying playmaker. He's good at playing the ball forwards. He is, but he struggled in this tournament doing so. Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips were not able to get the ball up the pitch, and now they've taken out a center attacking mid in this formation. I find it's going to be even harder now to link up with the front three now that there's not even a cam to drop deep and pick up the balls from the likes of Phillips and Declan Rice. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Gosens going to show his flaws again. Well, let's hope not. Let's hope not, my man. Brandt and Royce should be selected. Royce would have been selected, but he chose not to, and Brandt just was not on form. Riley says Germany either 2-1 or 2-0 or on pens. I don't know if I can deal with another pens, my man. How does Joachim always make or manage to terrorize us? I don't know, man. I have a good feeling for the game. JJD TV commented, it is Producer T. He's saying 3-1 for the Germans. Producer T's Netherlands knocked out. So Taylor, I don't know if you're still here, but who are you going for now then in the Euros? Now that the Netherlands have been knocked out, are you gonna jump on the German love with the channel here? I honestly think Germany is in a tough today. The English lads are undervalued. Yeah, Kelly, I think you're going for England. I'm taking it. I'm doing good, thanks. That is good, my man. Did anyone else see Mbappe whiff his penalty against France? I did. The golden child, man. The golden child went down like that. Definitely Germany has the better team just comparing the players individually. I agree with that. Hummel's insurance goal. Hit the thumbs up, folks. The content is rare and high quality. We appreciate that. Kelly, we appreciate that. Hope you guys are all doing good today and are excited, man, because I think this is going to be a good look. We're not. Werner is a better forward than Gnabry, in my opinion. I mean, I kind of agree. Again, there's so many question marks for me over Timo Werner's finishing and just the lack of the way he can just straight up stop the play is unbelievable. Because Timo Werner is a good player. I watched him at Leipzig, and this is the player who put up 28 goals in the Bundesliga. He is a solid striker. His confidence disappeared, and the big issue I have with him is when the Germans are leading up and building up an attack, and he makes an offside run. A very avoidable offside run, and that's a big issue with Timo Werner's game. It stops the attack, it stops the pressure, it stops the flow when he does this, and he does it constantly. So I'm really hoping he can get it right today. He can make good runs, he can maybe actually get some finishing going, but that's an issue with me for Timo Werner. I'm not going to watch here, I'm going to watch the normal match. Bye. Take care, my friend. You are going for England, so hopefully we'll see you at the end for a celebration for the Germans. Sancho for Saka. Sancho has played so many times against the German players. And I can't believe that. I can't believe that Southgate still wouldn't put Sancho in after knowing the familiarity with all of the German squad. It would be a clear advantage for Sancho, but I'm not here to judge Southgate because I don't think anyone will ever understand him, man. But whatever. Missed opportunity. Producer T is brave. 5-1 England. Kelly is. Kelly's got some English in his blood, it looks like. Germany has no proper number 9, which is going to be fulfilled by Mukuku. We're hoping one day. We're hoping because we do need a number 9, man. Harry is coming out of the tunnel looking shaky. Hi, Josh. How you doing, my friends? Drop a like. Say hello in the chat. And put your final predictions in before this thing gets going. Germany will win based on the starting 11. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Dahoud should be in the squad. I wholeheartedly agree with that. The Orange can't pull for us. We have dashed their World Cup dreams too often. Yeah, Timo Werner hat-trick. Another bold claim, but you know what? We'll accept it. We'll accept it. Germany for the win. Can we just find Balak, Kroos, Podolski, and have them suit up? Podolski. I mean, if I could dress one of the three, it would be closer because I would like an actual proper striker for the Germans, but we're getting close to kickoff, guys. They're just showing the starting 11. Joshua Kimmich is on a yellow, as is Kai Havertz, which means that if they both pick up a yellow, as is Ginter. So 3 potential players with Sane and Gundogan on the bench could pick up a second yellow, and that would obviously hurt because that would be a suspension. England will look to counter. They'll be patient with putting bodies forward in the first 10 minutes. I believe so too. I mean, the Germans are very good at keeping possession. I'm fairly confident that Germans will have the vast majority of possession today, but that is a good point. Southgate is down bad, man. No Jack, no Sancho. So anyone who's supporting England today, let me know what you guys' thoughts are on the starting 11. Because I don't know. I agree. I mean, it's not the starting 11. I'm very biased, obviously, but and for you German supporters, what do you think about our starting 11? You happy to see Timo Werner in there? Obviously, like I said, this formation can shift to a 4-3-3. It will be interesting to see the way that it goes. If I am Germany's coaching staff, I would have been putting Volland instead of Werner. I'm a big fan of Kevin Volland, and personally, I would have started Volland, but there was just no way that was going to happen. Jurgi Löw's a very stubborn man, and he doesn't prefer Volland. I am surprised that even Timo Werner is starting, man. But we are kickoff. Timo Werner leads it off. We are in for a treat. I'll put on the live tracker for any of you guys who obviously aren't able to watch the game. Drop a like before this thing gets going, guys. Put your predictions one final time in the chat. And let's sit back and enjoy. Germany make Group F proud. The group of death, baby. Might as well thrown Klinsmann and Matthias too. Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with either one of those players, man. Starting 11 looks dodgy. I don't know. I don't think Southgate is the type of manager who can just switch his shape like that. I don't think that's one of his strong suits. I think he's gonna get put to the test by the Germans today. I do like the versatility that the Germans, if they needed to, can switch their shape. They can go to the 4-3-3. They did it to, I wouldn't say did it perfection, but it definitely was a main reason why they got a result in their last match and ultimately moved through. But I don't know. It's a different shape. It's a different front three. We got Muller and Havertz who are playing as their floating attacking midfielders, which I think will suit them. And then they're hoping to find a little bit of magic from Timo Werner. And I think it'll be very interesting to see how he gets on today. But we will wait and see. Volland is underrated. Volland is underrated, man. I thought he was a where's my fucking hair going? In my face again. Didn't cover up properly today, but off topic, but it's sad not seeing Mario Gomez living up to his potential. Guys wonder if Jurgi jinxed that. Mario Gomez, eh? I feel like that sentence would suit more of a Mario Götze, man. But Mario Gomez did have a few good tournaments for the Germans. Good goal scorer. But I don't know. I'm a big fan of Kevin Volland. I thought he had an excellent season at Monaco. Thought he's a natural finisher, a better finisher right now than Timo Werner is. But when it comes to Jurgi Löw, man, he's simply just not. He's just not preferred over him. But here's a nice little run. Joshua Kimmich very early on. Nice cross, but cleared out for the first corner, man. Guys, like the video. We appreciate that. First corner kick coming up. No bandana today, Josh. No, we went with the hat. We went with the hat. Cruz is taking the corner. And defended very well. Leon Goretzka. Havertz come in, but defended well. Yeah, I think the call of putting Goretzka in the heart of the midfield was the right call today. I do. I think Goretzka obviously had some success coming off the bench. I think he's a solid player. He's got that chemistry. If it does move to a midfield three, I think having Goretzka beside Kimmich will be very nice. But for the time being, it does look like the back three will stay intact for the Germans, as I have some very nice movement there. Do you guys think it was the right decision to bench Gnabry? I know I saw a little bit on Twitter that some people weren't totally on board with it. But I don't know. I don't think Gnabry has shined. I don't think anyone can really argue that he did. And I think Timo Werner will be hungry. If he can get it right, he will be a little bit dangerous. First shot comes in. Nice little save there from Jordan Pickford. Werner is about to miss a sitter, mark my words. Let's hope not, man. Let's hope not. I think it's gonna be important today for us to take a chance that when it comes. Because I think Timo Werner is gonna get a chance. He looks lively already. 4 minutes into this match. Gnabry is trash, did nothing, and won't either. Nah, Gnabry is good in Bayern. Well, he was playing out of position. That's a nicely run there. Thomas Müller does very well. But I don't know. I mean, Gnabry was playing out of position. He was playing as a striker, which is just, it's not his best position. That's a poor ball there by Kai Havertz. It's a good opening start, though, from the Germans. Seeing a little bit of movement from time to time. It's going to be very important to integrate the front three for both squads to see who's going to be successful here today. Lewandowski makes him look good. Gnabry's better on the wings. That's why when I was putting my starting 11 together for the Germans, I was having Sané and Gnabry on the wings with either Havertz or Thomas Müller, whoever threw a false 9. Or even if you wanted to throw it up, you could have put Kevin Volland up as a striker position. But I don't know. It's tough to see which way they're gonna go. But I don't mind this front three. The biggest question mark, like I said, is whether a chance comes to Timo Werner, will he take it? But if you're just joining us now, guys, like our like counter says, drop a like, drop a sub, and drop a hello in the chat. Still putting your predictions. I haven't put my prediction in yet. I have not put my prediction in yet. I'm gonna say 2-1. I'm gonna say 2-1 Germany. That is my prediction. I'm rolling with it. Nice ball there from Thomas Müller to find Toni Kroos. Does very well. Most of our predictions today have been for the Germans. That has definitely been a fact. Yeah, same. 2-1 Germany. We've had a few of them today. A couple 2-1 Germanys. But yeah, I mean, Gnabry does do well with Lewandowski. I mean, Lewandowski is one of the best number 9s you would want to play with. If you're a talented winger and you can get down the sides, you can get balls in. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think Gnabry's strongest position is playing as a striker. So, for the time being, I think maybe him on the bench is the right move. But that's a beautiful ball. But Pickford does very well there. It's a good look. And that's where the midfield battle is going to be important. And I don't know. When you're looking at this German squad, man, their midfield battle is just going to be dominant. I think Declan Rice and Phillips are going to sit a little bit too deep. That's a beautiful ball. Thomas Müller is in. Oh. Surely, ref. It was Goretzka, actually, not Thomas Müller. But that's got to be a card. It's a yellow. That's a massive opportunity. Declan Rice, he did well. He did relatively well to recover. But let's take another look at it. Oh, no, he didn't. He did terrible to recover. He hit him right in the back. Indonesia, 3-2 England. We got someone from Indonesia in the house. Hope you're doing well, my friend. 4-2 for Germany. I like that. That's fair. Why don't they play Thomas Müller center forward? Well, they have Werner on, so they're playing Thomas Müller as kind of a floating cam alongside our boy Kai Havertz. But this is a very dangerous free kick coming on, guys. I don't know who's going to take it. Who do you guys think is going to take this? From the German perspective, I'm assuming Toni Kroos, if I'm being completely honest. Because he looked almost through in goal, man. That was a dangerous tackle coming from behind. But this is going to be a huge opportunity for Toni Kroos to whip something in here, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. If you're just joining us, say hello. Subscribe if you guys are new, and hopefully most of you will be cheering for Germany. And if any England supporters are in here, well, that's okay too. But 8 minutes in, baby. This is a huge opportunity. My guess is this is for, I mean, it's, in my opinion, this favors a right footer. I think that pretty much speaks for itself. But Toni Kroos is lined up on the left hand, or no, he's lined up on the right hand side, so it almost, that was a waste. That was a waste. That's a shame. I'm not sure why they took it like that. It must have been an indirect free kick. But I don't know. I wouldn't have had Kai Havertz take that. I would have had Toni Kroos. But what can you do? Relatively poor in the end. Come on, Germany. He pulled his shirt too. He did. I mean, that was a very dangerous play. But now one of their holding midfielders are on a yellow already, just like that. So relatively dangerous, to say the least. Let's go, Germany. I like it. My man's coming in from Ethiopia. Hello. 4-1, Germany 4, England 1. We got some love all around the world, guys. Let me know where you guys are watching from today. We've had Indonesia. We've had Ethiopia. I'm sure we have a couple from Germany and England. I'm watching from Canada. Great Way North. You know what it is. Looks like England are on the back foot. They are. When in the opening terms of this game, Germany is going to dominate on possession. Could you show the time that you were at so we can adjust the stream accordingly? So right now, I'm at 10 minutes and 37 seconds. If you guys want to adjust the stream to link up with us, I'm at 10 minutes and 10 minutes and 44 seconds right now. I'm not sure if it matches what's actually on the screen or if there is something on the screen. Let me reach out. So there's a small clock on the screen for you guys. Watching from Guatemala. Let's go. Daniel, hope you're doing well. Guatemala, very cool. Cheering for the Germans. So, I mean, this is a very welcome stream for you, my guy. We see Serbia in here. Star game, bro. You're like 10 seconds ahead. I'm 10 seconds ahead of you guys. I'm watching it on TSN. What can I say? You are a bit behind. I will not spoil it for the chat. Very respective. Try not to spoil the goals for the chat. I don't know. I'm watching it as live as I can. I'm watching it on TSN here in Canada. So I don't think I could get it any more live even if I wanted to. But it has been a good opening 10 minutes here. Did very well for Mats Hummels. And did very well to keep it in. I don't know. Pretty happy with the opening start for the Germans. I think England's a little nervous, but someone in the chat earlier kind of called it and assumed that that England would be pegged back. And you know what? It's a fair assumption. The possession is going to fall to the majority to Germany. That is just a fact. We know that. And I don't know. We're gonna have to see if this England squad can get a little run of momentum going and fight its way up the pitch. They have possession now. It's a decent ball. Nice little run there by Saka. But no foul. Rudiger does very well. Share the broadcast, guys. Well, we'd appreciate that. From Ethiopia, Germany even win a cup. Mohammed, let's go. I like it. I like it. A lot of people from around the world today. Very cool. It's a tough foul there from Antonio Rudiger, though. It is going to be a foul. It is going to be a nice little opportunity there for England. And this is what they want. I mean, England was pegged back for the majority of this first half so far. And now they have a real opportunity from a set piece. Got some big boys in there. John Stones, Harry Maguire, very good in the air. It's an okay ball, but not taken too well. And actually done very well in the end for the Germans. I want to watching your TV. You want to watching my TV? I wish, my man, I wish. Let's all have some patience, all right? I'm all love. Peace. I like it. I like it. Very, very kind, gentlemen. Supporting Canada in the CONCACAF qualifiers because we lost to Curacao, so we're out. That sucks, my guy. But, yep, I like it. If anyone's going to watch the CONCACAF Gold Cup and you're looking for a team to support, Canada's sitting right here, you know. So I like it. Daniel, hope you're doing well. And I'm excited that you'll be going for the Canadians. Yo, can you say some of the plays so I can make the thing sync? Sure, absolutely. So the ball had just been passed back to Jordan Pickford, who then rifles it right back upfield. Looks like it's going to go out for a corner. It's headed out there from Gozens. Hopefully that helps any of you guys want to sync up as to where we're at. Just showed some nice German supporters. And also, the Germans' kits are unbelievable. I'm a massive fan of them. We're synced. We're laughing now. Good. Kelly says Germany will score first. Or Germany first scare. They did. They did. Even India lost to Curacao. I'm depressed. That's alright, my man. Not a problem, my friends. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the game as well. This is a very hyped game, man. But they have two huge games to work up to. Yesterday was an 8-goal thriller for the Spain taking on Croatia, followed by a penalty shootout 6-goal thriller. So I don't know. I don't know if this game can quite get up to it. But Sterling does well there. Takes one from distance. It's a beautiful save by Manuel Neuer. It's a massive, massive save, man. It was a good look. Raheem Sterling took it from distance. Nice little curl on it. Neuer had to adjust his feet well and kick. It was a big save. It was a big save. And the first real look that the England squad has had on net today. It's getting a little tense in the chat. Vardy better than Kane. Corner kick coming up for England. I'm assuming it's Trippier behind it. Finds Harry Maguire, but right into the safe hands of Manuel Neuer. From Ethiopia, England doesn't resist Germany at all. Germany dominates the game. I like it, Ali. I like it. The truth is that this isn't the Germany that we've always known. We are hopeful, though. It is. I mean, this German squad is vastly different. I don't think there's a lot of huge expectations going into this Euros that the Germans would. I mean, there's always expectations around the Germans in terms of they've just always been a dominant force. But being realistic, looking at the squad, seeing Jurgi Löw, it's hard to really back the Germans, but I thought they've done okay so far. I think Jurgi Löw's tactics once again have been questioned, but he's been able to get it done. He's got a date right now with England, and if whoever of this game moves on, should have an easy path. And like I said, should have an easy path to the finals because one side is obviously a lot more stacked. Belgium went through Portugal. They have to take on Italy, and they may have to take on Spain. Where Germany if Germany or England win, will have to take on Sweden or Ukraine, followed by Denmark or Czech Republic. Two vastly different paths to the final, man. But it's what we love about the international tournaments. They do make it interesting. But if you're just joining us now, guys, be sure to drop a like on the stream. Subscribe if you're new. And if you're new around here, say hello. I've already recognized some names I haven't seen before. Hope you guys are all doing well. Ginter does well there. Kai Havertz has got it. Oh, it's a poor way to lose the ball from Thomas Müller. Does very well there, Declan Rice, to win the ball back to find Raheem Sterling, who has been kind of lively. I've been surprised. He took a lot of stick this tournament so far, but he did do very well there. That's got to be a foul for sure. With Havertz and Müller on the same team, where would Royce fit in if he did go? That's tough, man. If Royce was here, I would have went with a front three of same formation, the 3-4-2-1. I would have had probably Kai Havertz playing through the middle because Kai Havertz can do that out of the three the best, and then I would have Müller and Royce playing as the floating cams, similar to this lineup here. So Müller and Havertz are tucked in. So if Royce was here, I would have Royce beside Müller, and then have Havertz a little bit further up the pitch, playing as that that false 9 type of position. But it's a shame that Marco Reus isn't here. But, you know, what can you do? He wanted to focus on Borussia Dortmund. He wants to prolong his club career. And being a Dortmund fan, I love it. But that was very well. Goretzka did very well there. To find Havertz, that's a tough challenge. England looks better down the right wing. They do. Sterling has been very involved in today's game. But it's a part of the composure that we're going to have to be curious to see if England can do here. That's a decent run from Werner. Probably was offside. But when a team has more possession than you, you have to stay concentrated. You have to defend well. You have to be very well organized. And for the front three, it's very tricky to not have a lot of possession, not have a lot of looks, that when finally it is won back and the ball is given to the front three, they have to do something with it. And it's not always easy because you sit there stale, you sit there in more of a defensive shape, and it's going to be very interesting to see if the front three can become active when they do get the ball. I think Sterling has kind of took that upon his shoulders today and done a decent job with it. But Germany is going to have more possession. That's just the way that the Germans play. And hopefully they can take advantage of it. But England do have it here, but they went offside. 4-1 for the Germans. What a prediction. 4-1, man. We went into a rebuild mode after the 14 World Cup. We did. After the 14... well, honestly, like the 2018 World Cup, it was still a decent German squad. They just drastically underperformed, and that probably should have been Jurgen Love's last hurrah, but they kept him on. This will definitely be his last tournament before Hansi Flick comes in, who's, in my opinion, definitely the right man to take the Germans forward. But we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see. Toni Kroos is very well there. As I say that, he gives it away, so awesome. So now, 20 minutes in, England has had the best opportunity, just saying. They have. Raheem Sterling had a good look from distance. Sterling's almost jumping in and kind of take that playmaking role on. He has not been out near as wide as obviously he usually plays, considering the fact that he's a traditional kind of winger. But they're playing without a center attacking mid today, so I don't know. I'm saying kudos to Sterling for jumping in and trying to create something when really there's no other looks there. Good ball up from Manuel Neuer. England also even on possession. It is true. It is true. They're doing better than I thought. In the opening 30 minutes, I was expecting a lot more possession, a lot more looks for the Germans than England. But after the opening 10, England kind of steadied the ship, had a couple decent looks themselves. From Ethiopia, Germany scored 2 success. I like it. 2-0. My prediction was 2-1. My prediction was 2-1 for the Germans. I think it might be just me, but I think that Timo is a bit out of place whenever he gets a pass. He is. The big issue with me with Timo Werner is that, I mean, he is a good striker on his day. He does make clever runs, but a lot of the times he puts himself offside, which kills the play, kills the flow. It's a big flaw in Timo Werner's game. He needs to find a way to balance that out. He needs to find a way to get confidence and push forward, because he is. On his day, Timo Werner is a good striker. But he just lacks a lot of confidence right now, and honestly, a lot of it is just to do with confidence and to do with just poor decision making. But you've seen a couple decent runs from him so far, so hopefully he can get himself into the game a little bit. 2-1 with the go-ahead in stoppage time, a real heart attack waiting to happen. It's bold, and I like it. Where's the Irish guy? Sees Declan Rice's pain. Jack Grealish and our boy Declan Rice both obviously could have represented Ireland, but chose to represent England. A lot of people were not happy with that. Dangerous spot for a foul, it is. And this is a good opportunity for obviously any team, set pieces. And in terms of England, they do have a very good set piece specialist. It is Kieran Trippier. He'll be able to whip a ball in with a little bit of pace. Harry Kane's been very quiet in this game, though, so far. But this time it is Luke Shaw. Puts it deep. Got a decent head on it. Kind of a poor clearance there by Kimmich, but it did work out in his favor in the end. And finds Manuel Neuer. Mats Hummels does well. Rude Canadians. Rude Canadians. Shrek, how you doing, my friend? I wouldn't say we're rude. From time to time. From time to time. I mean the Irish guy who's also getting a Patrick Bamford tattoo. Rice as well there. It's been a decent opening 23 minutes though. Both teams have actually had a decent little look at the game. England, honestly, I think saying the last 10 or so minutes have been the better team. Created a couple chances. They've definitely been further up with possession. And I find that very curious because I think a lot of us were pretty confident that Germany would have the majority of the possession in this, especially in the opening half. But I mean, England's getting it right now, and that's got to be a foul, and it is. Another dangerous set piece coming in. Kelly's liking it. Our English supporters are liking it. And it's a yellow for Ginter as well. So I believe that means Ginter's going to be out the next game if Germany move on. It's a little sketchy. But it is a dangerous set piece coming in. Make sure the tracker's live for you guys. Big opportunity for England here. Luke Shaw has to run back to Manchester. Germany should attack like they did against Portugal. That game against Portugal was an incredible game. I feel like it was more of a one-off, though. I don't know if they can replicate that type of performance, but Trippier's got it here. Whips it in. It looks dangerous, but very well defended at the back post from Kimmich. He's built like a fridge. Yep. So is Nicolas Sula, by the way. I always say he's built like a fridge, but very quick. Quicker than you may seem. We have to have some desperate clearances, balls winding up and building up in the midfield. I agree with you, my man. I agree with you. But there's a corner kick coming in for England. It's a nice ball. But again, well defended. England has put Germany now on the back foot. Very, very good way of working into this game, and Germany need to figure out a way to get organized. Because that was a massive opportunity there. Harry Maguire just could not have the quality to put that goal bound, but... By the way, this is my first watch-along because most of the big matches are at 12 a.m. in India. Well, my man, welcome. I'm glad you're able to join us. If you guys are just joining us for the watch-along, be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and let me know where you guys are watching from today. We have a nice viewer today who's able to join us watching from India. Most of the time in the Bundesliga, I think it's nice because Bundesliga games happen at like 9:30 in the morning my time. So we are able to get some of our Indian viewers in, but it's good to have you here, my friend. But Raheem Sterling has it once again, and he's looked very lively, man. It's a good tackle there by Mats Hummels, but Raheem Sterling looking very good in the opening 27 minutes. England will pay for not capitalizing on these opportunities. They will. There's been a couple decent clear-cut ones. I mean, Sterling hit one from distance, but a quality of Neuer's, ability, he should be able to save that. He did. But it would have had to been a picture-perfect hit to be able to beat Neuer from there. In terms of Maguire's chance, Harry Maguire is usually pretty good when he does get in those inside runs and gets a header on goal. He's got a powerful header. It was a decent look, but in the end, I think the Germans got away with one on both of those terms. And hopefully now that they got the ball, they can build up a little bit of momentum. Because right now, their back three is not mixing well with England. They're handling everything tossed to them. And England's been the better side so far. Germany now looking to pin back. They're going to have to. And again, they just fouled. The issue with Germany is that they're going to have to get a little bit of momentum. Germany's a team that likes to build up, that likes to have the ball. From what I've seen so far, they've been a little bit more straightforward, which that's kind of how they played in the Portugal game, but So far, England's been able to defend everything coming their way. Maguire is the best fridge head defender out there. Maguire is a decent goal-scoring center back. He is. He's a big man. He's good at heads. Set pieces could be relatively nerve-wracking for the Germans today. But I don't know if you guys saw that one football analyst who was comparing like for like starting 11s Germany and England. But she put Pickford as a better keeper than Neuer, and I just couldn't believe it. I just was laughing. If you guys have anyone with any knowledge of the game in terms of Manuel Neuer versus Jordan Pickford, I feel like that's a pretty straightforward kind of prediction. But what do you know? One football, man. Werner does well there. Finds Goretzka. Again, it's Route 1 type of football for Germany, and it's not working. That was a very poor ball from Kimmich. I feel like they should spend a little bit more time trying to build up rather than just punting it forward. They don't really have the personnel to deal with that type of ball. But I've not been very impressed so far with the opening basically 30 minutes from the Germans. They've looked completely out of shape, completely misformed, and it's the wrong approach right now. Kimmich does well there to win the foul. Luke Shaw just whips him down. Yeah, I saw that. I think she meant Neuer is better. The arrows were pointing at the better player. Oh. Either way, there were some questionable ones. It was like 50-50. She was right on about half of them and desperately wrong on half of them. But yes, then I'd hope she'd say that Neuer's the better player. I thought she was saying Pickford's better than Neuer, but I guess that kind of makes sense too. Germany are poor because it's England. They've been poor, but the biggest thing I've noticed so far is that I mean the Germans are very good at their build-up play. They're good with possession. They're good at working the ball. They got excellent midfielders, and so far they've just been kind of punting it up. But right now they've actually had a little bit of time to have the ball. It's a good little workup right here. They find Kimmich, back door. Oh man. That was much better. That was a better workup play that I was talking about. Very well done. Havertz found Kimmich. Kimmich took it with his left too. It was a beautiful ball, and it was just over the head, man. Good run by Gosens. It was a good run. Germany is missing what it has always relied on, a real leader on the pitch. I'm assuming Thomas Muller and Mats Hummels are the leaders on the pitch right now for the Germans, but I mean, again, I mean, there are some good leaders out here, but they are playing very... Oh, nice ball. Finds Timo Werner. Two massive chances for Germany, and that was what I was talking about. I mean, that was a good run by Timo Werner. I don't know if he would have been onside. I believe he was. He was. It was a good run. Oh, man. It was a huge chance for Timo Werner to take the lead. That's going to be tough. And again, that was the number one point we were talking about before this game got started. Is if a chance falls to Timo Werner, can he capitalize? He just had a one-on-one with the keeper. Did it favor him? No. Should he have finished it? Maybe. But that's an opportunity missed. That was a big save by Pickford. But it's a better play right now from the Germans. Again, they went on a nice little spell there for about 10 minutes where they were just basically pumping the ball upfield, and it was doing nothing. Players weren't getting it. They're better at clever little passes, and that's what they did there. It was a good couple looks, good couple chances, but unfortunately not able to take it. Just show the highlights, bro. I can't. If I show the game, I will get copyright strike. It's as easy as that. To the individual who's asking that. Yes, she said Phillips was better than Goretzka. Okay, yes. I mean, yeah, like I said, because some people were debating which one she actually meant. So either way, there was some questionable picks whether she said that Neuer was better or Phillips was better, whatever. I don't know. Nice ball there. Mats Hummels has got it. We got 3 great players, and they are all on the bench. Yeah, us Dortmund fans know. I don't know why you wouldn't look to start Jadon Sancho. He plays against... Oh, that's a beautiful ball. Find Kimmich. Oh, it was a good run by Joshua Kimmich. Was he offside, though? It does kind of look like he was. Yeah, he was off. It was a good look, though. It was a good run by Kimmich, but just a little bit off. But here's a one-on-one chance again. Werner had to take it with his left. It was a decent save by Pickford. What can you do? United fans want him to start. Well, Jadon Sancho should be starting, especially in a game like this. I mean, he should be starting regardless because he's a better player than every one of the other options that England have. And that's honestly, I'm saying that without even being biased. He is. He's a better player than Phil Foden. He's a better player than Sterling. He's a better player than Saka. I don't know what Southgate is on, but... And the biggest thing right here with this game is the fact that he plays against these players. He knows what some of these players are like. And just to not utilize that is just baffling to me. Which is why I hope that England gets stomped. Southgate doesn't watch the Bundesliga, clearly. Yeah, if you don't play in the Prem, you just don't get looked at. Unless you're Kieran Trippier, because Trippier gives Southgate a reason to go to Spain and enjoy the beautiful hot weather and relax in Madrid. So he definitely justifies picking Trippier. He's like, come on, Trippier, stay in Atletico so I can have a reason to vacation in Spain for a little bit. But not the Bundesliga. Mr. Lewis, how you doing, my friend? Past 50 viewers, congrats. Well, thank you, my man. If you guys are just joining us, be sure to drop a like. Say hello. There's been a few chances of going back and forth through this game. I'd give it to England so far, though. I think that they've been the better team. I think the better chances probably of recently fell to the Germans. I think Timo Werner at that one-on-one is probably the best chance of the game. Hitting the Sterling one from distance, again, it has to be a picture-perfect type of Paul Pogba shot to be able to beat Neuer from that distance. Otherwise, it was just a good save from Manuel Neuer. But here comes Declan Rice. Kicks it out to Kieran Trippier. Nice ball. A little nice movement from England on the outside of the box. But Gosens does very well. Both wings seem negotiable for the Lions. Yeah, they're doing some good stuff here on the right-hand side. It's a nice ball. Very good run. That was a very good run from Phillips, but defended well in the end and even saved it. Beautifully done there by Gosens to save a corner. Oscar Mingueza is an excellent right center back. Spain's youth teams are amazing. They are. There is some good talent there. I don't know. Not where I look, but Havertz just picked the ball up here. A little bit of space to run, and Kai Havertz is very well. And Kai Havertz, again, another example, just gets crushed there, but Kai Havertz is another example of someone who plays in the Premier League, gets to play, and he gets to know what some of these England players are like. Obviously, he's key to having the starting 11 for the Germans today. Same could be said for Jadon Sancho, but missed opportunity for Southgate. What can you do? I saw a Euro account posting a tweet which asked which song would they like to play at Wembley during the final 3 games. They're very confident. There's reports too that England have already mapped out their parade route throughout England. So if they got knocked out in the round of 16, it would just be hilarious. But that was Guy Marcotti and some of them were talking about that, saying that there's a map right now rooted out for the parade when England win the Euros. So let's put a stop to that today. Yeko, how you doing, my man? Germany looked confused. A bit of speed of England back end. Yeah, it's been an interesting kind of game so far. Both teams have gone through spells where they've had some decent plays, some good workup. The Germans just need to get more on the ball, and they need to... Oh, that's a good ball there. Speaking of which, finds Kai Havertz, but very easily defended in the end. Saka played well last time, that's why he's in there. He is. And he did. He won man of the match. He had a good outing. It's just, I don't know. I just can't justify it. I watch Jadon Sancho every single week, and a lot of the players, or a lot of people do, who's on this channel, and he's just such a phenomenal young player. It's just, I don't know. It's just incredible that Sancho has been overlooked like this. Pretty cruel, and probably another big reason why he wants to head back to England. But Pickford's got it here. And he punts it back up. But yeah, we had this debate yesterday, so if anyone wants to weigh in, which country right now has the best young talent? We just had a viewer mention Oscar Mingueza in the young development of the Spain team. In my opinion, a lot of the real big talents in terms of, oh, that's a nice ball. In terms of development right now is France. I think France has got a bundle of talent coming up. If you could take a look at their U21 team for the U21 Euros, they were stacked. They didn't win it, but they were absolutely stacked. So I think it's hard to put it past them, but Spain's got a lot of good talent too. Obviously, England, Germany, Portugal, there's a lot of good looks, but for me, I feel like France is topping it. Well, that's a good ball. Phillips with that run, but into the nice hands of Manuel Neuer. Havertz is looking frustrated early here. It does look like Havertz is playing a little more centrally. The original lineup that we took a look at saw Havertz kind of floating as a cam alongside Muller with Werner up front, and then Havertz has played it through the middle a little bit, but it does look like they're switching back, and Werner's back to that lone striker type of role. England clinging on the memory of 1966. Yeah, I don't know. They have a good squad. It's just, again, it just baffles me because this would not be the starting 11 I would have went with. Looks a lot different than what I would have went with, but I don't know. I'm not a manager, so what did I know? Ginter does very well there, though. France's academy. Yeah, they produce a lot of talent, man. A lot of the talent I believe has come from the PSG system as well. Seeing a lot of young PSG players go to the Bundesliga is a trend that we see, and a lot of them to great success. Dortmund have taken two, Zagadou and Koulibaly. And Cuckoo is one of them as well, thriving in Leipzig. England is dominating the play in the first half. They are. To my surprise, this is not the way I thought the game was going to be going. England have been the better team. Oh, that was risky, but very well done in the end. Germany has seemed to settle in. They have, but I still feel like they have another gear they have not hit yet. Both teams look a little lackluster. They did give that as a foul on Harry Kane. Another big opportunity coming up from a set piece. I think that was Goretzka coming in with the tackle. Let's take a look at it. Was it a foul? Yeah, he didn't get the ball. That was a foul. But yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting game plan. They're both playing three at the back. Both teams really don't look like they're truly going for it. It is interesting. But in my opinion, I think England has been the better team. I think there's just a lack of flow, and both teams seem to be stuck in a bit of first gear here. But the set pieces have definitely fallen to England. Another one is coming up. Kieran Trippier is standing over it, as it shows Ed Sheeran and David Beckham. Sane needs to start. Sane was quite poor, man. Sane was quite poor in a lot of his games. And, I mean, Hummels had a tough game against Hungary, but the movement of Sane took a lot of the heat off of Mats Hummels. So, I mean, I think it's fair that Sane isn't starting, but if Sane comes off the bench and can get a shape going there, I think that'll be very important. But well defended by our boy Mats Hummels. The Ipswich owner is watching. We did a nice interview with Paul Lambert, who was Ipswich's manager. I interviewed him just after he was sacked, so we didn't talk about it too much. But Paul Lambert is an absolute beauty. But I did not notice that Ipswich owner was watching either. But I did see Ed Sheeran, and I did see I did see David Beckham. But a corner kick's coming up here. Trippier to take. Oh, well defended in the end. Can Gosens get there? He can, but again, just right back to England. Hey Josh, Camp Chris, how you doing, my guy? Chris, let's hear your prediction. And anyone who hasn't put a prediction in yet. We had a lot of 2-1 Germanys, but honestly, the way that the game is going, England do look like the better team so far. I'd be curious to see if Germany do something different here in the second half. Is Gnabry injured? No. He just has been relatively poor. But, I don't know. They've been playing Gnabry out of position, playing him as more of a striker, and it's just not what he's strong at. Oh, Chris is saying 3-1 England. Come on, my guy. What are you doing? We're going for Germany on this channel, Chris. And a yellow card, I believe, is going to be going to Phillips. Yeah, yellow card for Phillips. That's good. Now, both of their CDMs have yellows. That can be a little bit scary, man. When both players like that was a hard challenge on Toni Kroos, but both CDMs for England are on yellows, and that's gonna play in the minds of them, man. Not being able to go into challenges the way that they usually would. Abel's here says 1-0 for England. Chris, you have had too many pints, mate. Chris, you drunk again? I don't know about Kelly. Kelly's in a pub right now. Kelly, you sipping on a nice beverage? I know it's 12:45 here in Canada, but... Or you're in Regina. I don't even know what time it would be there. I think it's even earlier, is it not? But I don't know. Kelly, if you're sipping on a beer, let us know what you're sipping on. Or if anyone's having a nice beverage somewhere right now. Jurgen needs to be reminded that we are not playing volleyball. That's fair. There's almost 15 seconds left in the first half. And from the thrillers that we saw yesterday, Kelly's drinking Grolsch. Oh, that's a poor ball from from Thomas Muller to find Sterling. Oh, Mats Hummels. Oh, I don't know if that would have been offside, man, but that was a beautiful tackle once again by Mats Hummels, who knows how to do a picture-perfect sliding tackle, man. Now let's see if Germany can hit on the break. I have not had a look in a while, man. Toni Kroos has got it. To find Goretzka. One last chance here in the first half. What a tackle once again. That is halftime. That was an insane tackle by Mats Hummels, man. That's what we know he can do. Our boy is good, man. Sipping on some Grolsch. I respect it. I respect it. Dang, Chris, it's only 12:46 here in the South. It's alright. It's alright. There's an excuse to drink. Chris says he's 16 and doesn't know if he's ready to drink. You definitely didn't grow up in my hometown, Chris. Hummels. Yeah, that was honestly a fabulous slide tackle, man. Now, I don't know if it would have been offside and if Harry Kane, if it scored, if it would have counted, but Hummels didn't know that. He had to go in with that challenge, and he hit it to perfection. 9:46 where I'm at. It's 12:47 right now, guys, but what do you guys think about the first half? Let me know. Drop a like if you guys are just joining us, and let us know your thoughts on the first half. We'll be getting into a lot of comments before we jump back into the second half. It's 10:16 p.m. here in India. It's not too late. I get it. Not bad. Heart attack moment. I don't know. Do you guys think that goal would have counted? I feel like it might have been offside, but it depends where the ball would have came after. Germany better hope that they have a better second half. I agree. Now, something that Jurgen Love did in the Hungary game is he switched his shape. He went into the 4-3-3. I don't know if he's going to do that in this game. I feel like he needs to probably address something because England have been the better team. They've struggled to break things down. I feel like it's worth a shot, I guess, to maybe go to the 4-3-3. But let me know what you guys' thoughts are, or if he looks to the bench. Josh, does Canada also go off of? No. well, where I am, we go off of Eastern time. So it's 12:48 p.m. where I am in Canada. Mats effing Hummels, my guy. Yeah, again, if there's a slide tackle of the tournament, he's competing with himself because that was a brilliant, brilliant tackle from our boy there. I could feel my heart fall out of there for a second. It was, man. Mats Hummels is good at what he does, man. And that was a beautiful, beautiful slide tackle. Fair. I don't know. I'm more of a Corona guy for the morning. If I'm gonna take a beer, my first beer is a morning beer. That is a Corona followed by Bud Light. I'm playing. What can I say? Let's get 40 likes, guys. We'll put the challenge to the chat. See if we can do it. It's 5:47 p.m. here in England right now. Makes sense. I'm 14, and I even know Southgate's a fraud. Come on, lads. We all know England chokes. England had a very good half. They had a very, very good half. But I don't know if they can do it for the second time round. I'm hoping that they can't. I would like to see Jurgen Love switch back into his 4-3-3 type formation. I think that would be a really good look for them. First half was great, but even better with this as a... Thanks, everyone. That's good. That's good, Kelly. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Been very involved in the chat. The pick should have been 5-4 penalties. Horrible touch by Kane. It was. It almost looked like a good touch at first, but yeah, it was a tough one in the end. Oh, our English fan is back. Halftime. Pretty interesting and weird half. It was. Like I think a lot of people assumed that Germany would dominate possession and would kind of lead the play, but that didn't happen. England stood their ground for the opening 10. They took it back to Germany, and they've been the much better team, in my opinion. I think Germany's been better when they've been able to have some build-up play, when they've been on the ball. I think a way to make that maybe a little bit more possible in the second half is to switch into the 4-3-3. They have the personnel on the pitch to do so. All Germany need to do is slide Ginter out to right back, slide Gosens back to left back, move Kimmich in with Goretzka and Toni Kroos, and then have the same front three. And then you have a different shape, but something's got to change for Germany here because they are getting outplayed. Muller's doing nothing. Royce would have been vital. He could have been, and I agree. Muller's looked a little out of shape. I think he's been stuck out a little bit more on the wings than he would have preferred. It's coming home. I don't know. I'm drinking some good old, basically soda. All right. I don't know. Not bad. You're 14, so I respect it. 5 more likes. They better hope that they did break the penalty shootout curse. Ooh. Well, Southgate's their manager, so I don't think it's a good look for them if they go to a penalty. Everyone's celebrating their chances for a France loss. Southgate's an absolute idiot. I mean, I don't like the fact that Sancho's not in, but what can you do? I hate Southgate. He picks bad players. We do have a lot of Dortmund love on the channel, so the fact that Sancho isn't in, I know would rub a lot of people the wrong way. But again, I didn't think the tactics would match up very well. Looking at the starting 11s, I thought that this would be a game that Germany would take it to England, and I was wrong. Because the tactics have been decent so far. They've been able to stop pretty much every German attack. They've got lucky with some chances where Timo Werner missed the one-on-one, and frankly, they've just straight up been the better team. So, I don't know, man. In the grand scheme of things, I don't think it's too bad. But something's going to have to change here to make one of the two teams kind of go for it here in the second half. Imagine if Big Sam was still managing England. Well, that's a weapon right there, if you say so. Kimmich and Havertz are playing good. Kimmich is playing good, but again, I think a real opportunity to kind of dictate that play and get a little bit more possession for Germany is to switch to the 4-3-3. Exact same scenario what happened in the Hungary game. Put Kimmich back in that number 6. He wants the ball in his foot. He wants to dictate the play. He's got Goretzka beside him now. Toni Kroos will open a little bit more space up. It just seems like the logical decision. Will Jurgi do it? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. England games are pretty boring. Well, I'm pretty sure, they've scored 2 goals and allowed 0 in their games so far. So, yeah, England have a tendency to lead to boring games, considering we saw an 8-goal thriller and then a 6-goal thriller with penalty shootouts. So, Yeah, this game's got some legs to try to lift up with. Germany has done defensively on both wings. They have. Gozens has been put under pressure a little bit. He's obviously a lot better going forward than he is, but he has done it decently on the defensive duty today. I hope that they get our boys out there quick after the win. The Lion-loving lads will be sorry if they lose. Which we hope they do. Guys, please like the video. Who do you think are the faves for the Euros other than Germany? I don't think Germany are the faves. I think Germany are the favorites on the side, or England. I mean, I don't know. One of these two teams should be in the final. That's how it should be. Will it happen? We don't know. It's a beautiful tournament. On the other side, I'd say it's close. I mean, France, obviously, because of the defending world champions, were big favorites as well. But for example, I picked Germany to win. Or sorry, I picked Belgium to win against Germany in the finals, actually. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But for me, I'd say that Italy and Belgium, the winner of that match, will have a huge opportunity to win Euros. I don't know. Who do you guys think is the favorites right now? Who do you think is the legitimate favorites? If you were to place money on who's going to win this tournament, who would you put it on? For me right now, I'm going to stick with Belgium. It's who I picked at the beginning. It's who I'm going to stick with now, but I'd like to think that the Germans could stand a chance. I feel like Germany needs a good spanking to get themselves into gear. That's how they managed to defeat Portugal. So you're almost asking for Germany to concede first and then wake themselves up. It's a bold play. I don't know, man. I'd be a little nervous if England nicked the goal first. If Werner is so bad, why do his managers keep playing him? Lampard, Tuchel, and now Jurgen Löw. I wouldn't say Timo Werner's bad. I mean, I've watched him be very successful at Leipzig, and he is a decent striker. He's a good striker on his day. He's a decent striker when he's not. The big issue with me is that his runs a lot of the time are tragic and his finishing is questionable. And we saw a glimpse of that today. He made a couple of runs where he was offside, and then of course the one-on-one where in a game like this you need to score. He missed it. Only 2 goals. Yeah, I believe, if I'm right, in all England's games so far in the Euros, they've scored 2 goals for, and they have not conceded yet. Shrek with the Bayern Munich. Bayern for life. We do have some Bayern fans. Our Bayern fans can jump into the channel now and enjoy the watch along. Imagine how crazy England fans will be if they don't start Sancho and they lose. Well, Southgate does not fancy Sancho, and it's kind of annoying, man. Want to get your feedback. Did you like the foot card I made of you? I loved it, my guy. Center forward. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. And you had the Canada. You're gonna mix me in with the Adrian, the soft link to Rabona TV. It's gonna be fun, my guy. It's gonna be fun. But I was impressed. I enjoyed it. But I support BVB in Canada. Those are mine. Those are my nations and my club. If Germany wins tonight, then Germany is one of the favorites too. They would be, because I think whoever wins this game should have a decent path to the final. However, I do believe the other side is stronger. Whoever comes out between Belgium or Italy should have a real shot at the final. I mean, even Spain's a bit of a wild card. I was not convinced by Spain's starting 11 whatsoever. I didn't think Morata could do it on his day. But, I mean, they scored 5 goals in back-to-back games, and they do look like the real deal. When it comes to possession, there's no team better in the tournament than the Spaniards are. Belgium are going to win unless Southgate sorts himself out. I don't think England's quite there, man. Or Denmark coming out of nowhere, they'll beat Italy. It would be an insane moment for Denmark's history. Can you imagine though? Your best player in Christian Eriksen has one of the most scary moments in football in recent times. You lose your first 2 games of the Euros, somehow squeak through on second on 3 points, and then you go on to win the Euros. I mean, any neutral out there would probably be rooting for Denmark, I'd assume. Another Denmark miracle? Maybe, man, maybe. Wait, there are other teams in the Bundesliga? Oh, Old St. Mick, come on. You look at my background. Who else saw Ed Sheeran and David Beckham? I did. Boy, that's just crazy. Yusuf, beautiful member here on the channel. Let's take a look at the bench. Is there any movement you guys would do? Any substitutions that you think could make a difference for either side right now? And just so you guys know, there are 2 players for England right now that are on yellows. It's their 2 holding midfielders. It's Calvin Phillips and it's Declan Rice. In my opinion, those are 2 of the worst players you would want to have on yellows. Those are 2 players that they need to go in for every challenge. They're the heart of your mid. Kind of sketchy having both of your defensive midfielders on yellows while we have Ginter on a yellow for the Germans. Looking at the bench, obviously Grealish, Sancho, Rashford, 3 massive players there kind of stand out. But if I was Southgate, I would seriously contemplate putting on Jude Bellingham for one of the 2 midfielders. You can't have both your CDMs on a yellow. And I think Jude Bellingham would be a good look. I don't think you should go for a Mason Mount or a Foden because, I mean, you are playing... They just play a little bit further up the pitch, but Jude Bellingham's a good mix of someone who can do a defensive job and get the ball up to the front 3. So if I was England, that's what I would do. And obviously get Sancho on eventually, but I don't think that they will because, you know, it's Southgate. For the Germans, looking at the bench, I mean, Vollen, Gnabry, Sané, all big options. I don't know which one I'd want to put on right now. Gundogan as well. Jamal Musiala, he might be one I'd look at. And I probably would. I mean, I'd probably look, I don't know. I think Thomas Miller's been the worst out of the front 3. I think that he's been the worst out of the front 3. I'd maybe look to put on Jamal. Have that England magic come out for a goal. I don't know. Denmark did it before. They can do it again. Denmark have that Viking fire. They'll do it for Eriksen. It would be cool, man. You're saying Gnabry in. Who would you take out then? If you're putting Gnabry in, would you take Muller out? Because I think he's been very quiet. Josh, fun fact, I'm not sure actually if Germany goes through, Dortmund would have the most players in the quarterfinal. There's potential, man. The Dortmund players have done very well so far. But either way, if it's Germany or it's England, there's 2 Dortmund players on both squads, so it shouldn't matter. Phillips out, Bellingham in. I'd agree with that. Now. Don't use that word. I'm waiting for England fans pulling their 5-5 so they close up Thogdad. Mason Mount. I mean, if you wanted to go more attacking, you could put him on, but I feel like Jude Bellingham's a safer bet because he does have that defensive capabilities where Mason Mount just doesn't have it. But yes, Frank de Boer was sacked from the Netherlands. No surprise. He should never have got the job in the first place. And an underwhelming, once again, Euro appearance got him sacked. Bring on Foden and Jude for the kids and Jaden for Saka. That would be good. At halftime, I would find a way to get Bellingham on for Rice or for Phillips. It just makes sense. Like again, one wrong move, one wrong foul, you're down to 10 men. De Boer was out. He got sacked. I would bring on Chan for the defense. If you were nervous it would make sense. If you're nervous for Germany because Ginter's on a yellow, you could easily bring Emre Can on for Ginter, and then if you needed to switch still into a back 4, or you could even bring Klosterman on. I mean, Klosterman plays as an outside center back for Leipzig and can play as a right back. So I would probably prefer Klosterman to come on, but Klosterman's actually not even on the bench now that I think of it. I forgot he was injured, and he's not. So yeah, no, you're right. The only one that would make sense is Emre Can. Emre Can can play as an outside center back. He can also play as a right back. So that would be probably the most strategic thing to do to get Ginter off on a yellow. De Boer has quit the Netherlands job. Sack quit. You know what he did. I forgot Sancho and Jude existed in the second half. Well, yeah, makes sense. Bellingham should play. He knows how to play against the Bundesliga, Bayern. Yeah, they should, man. It's a huge opportunity for Southgate to put on 2 players who have experience against playing against the majority of the German players. But if Southgate doesn't want to take advantage of that, I'm not going to complain. Is what it is. Producer T is the new Netherlands manager. By the way, how is Producer T? Well, Producer T's in good mood, man. He just became the new manager of the Netherlands. How can you argue with that? We can probably do a bit of a VC event in the Discord during the finals. We could. That'd be fun. 2 more likes. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think we're going to see movement probably from either side. But, I mean, the strategic movements would come from the yellows. If I was Southgate, I'd put Bellingham on. That's exactly what I would do. I don't think he will. And if I was Jurgen Love, I'd maybe think about putting on Emre Can. Like I said, he can play as a right back if they switch shape, or he can play as an outside center back, which is Ginter's doing. So it finds a way to get a yellow off. It almost seems like Phillips was the man marking Muller. Sometimes maybe it's Muller why it's been so poor. Phillips has had a good game. That's why I was almost going to say I'd take off Rice before I take off Phillips. I think Phillips has had a very good game. He had a hard challenge on Toni Kroos that picked up that yellow, so he's going to be very iffy going into challenges, I think, for next half year. Here we go, confirmed. The official producer Van T has stepped up for the new Netherlands manager, and he'll convince Malen to join Dortmund. I like it. I like it. It was probably the right decision. I mean, De Boer did not deserve the Dutch job. A lot of people were skeptical. I watched him a little bit at Atlanta United. He had a decent first little half, first year, but all in all, he got a job he wasn't honestly ready for, and kind of got pumped for it. Come on, my man. I'm assuming I can't remember. No, you're cheering for Germany, right? Let me know who you're cheering for. If you guys are just joining us, be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and let me know who you're cheering for today. For some of you guys who are just joining us, I think the majority of the chat is going for Germany. And yes, I was right. I saw the Man City logo. I couldn't remember, but I thought you were German. With respect to the rivalry, it's a special moment drawing England in the knockout stage. It is, but I listened to an article. I read an article and then listened to a pundit on the exact same situation saying that a lot of different teams think that Germany's their rival. France, I want to say Netherlands, Italy, a lot of those different nations think that Germany is their arch rival, where Germany just kind of thinks, whatever, like, I don't know. It was a very interesting one to listen to because England there's a big rivalry between them, but a lot of people are saying that Germany has a lot of one-way rivalries. They're saying that Germany doesn't really consider anyone their main rivals, where England, Italy, France, maybe Netherlands, I can't remember the list, all thought that Germany is their main rival. So I thought that was a very interesting article. Kind of seemed like it was taking a shot at the English squad, but almost saying like, yeah, Germany doesn't care that much. De Boer got sacked in the MLS. What's stop for the Dutch FA smoking? Yeah, if you get sacked from Atlanta United with the squad that he had, and I don't know what pedigree you think that he's going to take on this Dutch squad and do well. I don't get it. That was a good effort. It was. That was. That was a good effort by Havertz. It was a nice reactionary save there by from Pickford. It was hit with pace, hit with precision, but just knocked over. What about Pickford? I think Pickford's been good. I don't understand the Premier League. Everyone is always a rival. It's dumb. Well, it's because there's so many London teams. But I mean, like some of your good rivals. I mean, like United and Liverpool are rivals, even though their derby is Liverpool-Everton. There's a lot of rivalries because there's like in the Premier League they do have a lot of different winners. A lot of rivalries are created off of that. There are a lot of good games that can happen in the Prem. I will give them that. Bayer Leverkusen. Shrek, is that your Bundesliga squad? Thought you were a Bayern guy, to be honest. Walker. Deep in. It's a decent throw. Oh, it's a tough challenge. And no foul will give him. That was a very good challenge there by Trippier. The ends of London. Once again, though, the Germans already in the second half are being pegged back. It's a little nerve-wracking, man. And Ginter does very well there to win that. Timo Werner has a terrible touch. Once again. I'm neutral. Shrek, you don't have it. You don't have a Bundesliga squad. Well, I'm gonna pretend that you're a Bayer Leverkusen fan now. Makes it interesting. United are rivals with everyone. Liverpool, Everton. I wouldn't say United are rivals with Everton. I'd say City. I'd say probably. Well, I know Liverpool, and I'd say even maybe Chelsea a little bit. I wouldn't say Everton. But I don't know. Any of the English guys would probably know it a little bit better than I would. Shrek, you made me a bit you made me a bit nauseous. Not a lot of love for Leverkusen, eh? Yes, Leeds United. Thank you. They've just been gone for so long, you forget about them a little bit. But yes, that is a good shout. That is a good shout. Where I'd say Dortmund, for example, I mean, they have Schalke, obviously, the derby, and then Bayern just out of pure competition. But a lot of people say that Bayern don't really, like, it's almost the same way. Like, a lot of Bayern supporters say that they don't view Dortmund as a rival. They just kind of, they have become a rival because they're the only teams that really compete for the title. But that's a nice ball. Come on. Oh, Gosens. It's a good little look there for the Germans. First real action we've seen here from the Germans in the second half. Kimmich does look like he's bombing up and down that pitch. I want to see him drift in the middle, man. I just think he's so much better there. Gladbach to an extent, yeah, I guess. And now Bochum is gonna take on the derby requirements. Bayern isn't our rival. It's Schalke. Bayern, we just want to have a rival. Yeah, I agree. Leipzig versus everyone because of the 50+ run rule. I agree with that. There's really only one club Bayern fans don't see, but you know already they're awful yellow draped everywhere. That's fair. For you Bayern fans out there, who would you say is your biggest rival? Put them in order. Pick 3. I know that if you can't, but just try. I'm curious because like if I'm gonna do it for Dortmund, I'm gonna do Schalke, probably Bayern, and then maybe Gladbach. I don't know. What do you guys think for you Dortmund fans, I guess, as well? Harry Kane is down, though. David Beckham and Ed Sheeran look very nervous. Who would come on then for... Yeah, this looks like it's going to be Marcus Rashford if Kane comes off. For Bayern, it's 1860 Munich. Biggest rivals won't be able to play them for a long time. But yes, I think they played them not that long ago in maybe a Pokal match. I can't remember, but I remember a little bit of hype on Twitter. A lot of Bayern fans were excited for it, and then I mean, just the quality difference is quite noticeable. So I guess yeah, because 1860 Munich isn't in the Bundesliga, I guess Dortmund has become a type of rival to them just because they have to rival them for the title. Obviously lost it to them a couple times. Leipzig is hated these days. Oh, that's funny. That was a Bayern reverse team. You might be right. You might be right. I think you are right. Yes, it was a different type of rivalry. Do you remember who won that game? Bayern's second team or 1860 Munich? Does look like Kane might be okay though. But yeah, everyone hates the like of Leipzig and Hoffenheim. Mostly Leipzig, but Hoffenheim's not a very well-liked guy too. There's some pretty aggressive banners that were put down on him. So Kyle Walker just screaming for the ball here in the second half. 56 minutes in. It's a nice touch there. Sterling has been a very good player today, man. I'd say probably right now he's been the most influential player on the pitch. He lost it there, but I mean he's creating things. That's a good ball out there by Antonio Rudiger to find Kai Havertz. See if Timo Werner can make a nice run. It was a good ball. Finds Timo. Just not. It was good defending by John Stones. It's a corner. That was a nice ball by Kai Havertz, though. Put it right through 3 different players. Find Timo Werner, but bit of a heavy touch. Really, because the league is ours, Bayern fans take offense anytime another club wins it. Well, hopefully this year we'll put a stop to that. Hopefully Nagelsmann will shoot himself in the foot. It's a clever little corner. Toni Kroos outside. Not good enough. I feel bad for Schalke, man. They were one of the bigger teams in the Bundesliga, and now they're in a heavy debt and super debt, and they got relegated. They're also down there with some other big hitters. Werder Bremen. Hamburg's been down there for years. There's some good teams, man. This is going to be the most stacked Bundesliga 2 you're going to see for a long, long time. But yeah, I felt a little bit bad. I didn't want to see the derby go away. I don't like seeing big historical teams go down. A big one again. I was bummed out that Werder Bremen got relegated, but them and Schalke did it to themselves. Poorly managed, poorly coached, just not good enough. Werder Bremen was in a good position to have survival, and then they lost an atrocious amount of games in a row in the latter part of the season, which you just can't do. Sub off Werner for Gnabry. I would put on Volland, man. You need a goal scorer. Kevin Volland had an unbelievable season with Monaco. He was scoring goals for fun. I don't know why he keeps getting overlooked. It's still in a great league, solid league in Liga, playing for a I don't know. I would prefer Volland up front if we're taking Werner off than Gnabry, but I'd throw Gnabry on before I'd throw Sané on, for example. That's a good touch there. Werner once again gives the ball away. Wolfsburg went from almost being relegated to the Champions League. Yeah, someone told me a story about Wolfsburg, and I don't want to misspoke about it, but I think they said a lot of their success and a lot of their money comes from Volkswagen. So I think there was a time where Volkswagen was doing very poor, and that's when they lost their money. That's when they were fighting relegation, and then it picked back up, and they turned it around. But Saka went down there with a hard challenge, a very good and very well-timed challenge from Ginter. And that's scary, man, because Saka's got pace, but Ginter got there clearly. He got the ball as easy as you like. But he is on a yellow, and it can make it sketchy. Volland carried Monaco to European football. Kevin Volland and Winsome Ben Yedder, both phenomenal strikers, a deadly partnership, and both have not barely been used this Euros. Ben Yedder is not even preferred to Olivier Giroud, which is just a joke. I don't know what it is with European nation managers, but I don't understand why they have such favorites like that. Ben Yedder is a 10 times better striker than Olivier Giroud, and he just did not get looked at, man. And it's just weird, just absolutely weird. And again, Jurgen Love's got his players that he sticks with too. That's a good foul there from Kai Havertz. Sancho's coming on. We'll see. Wolfsburg has ugly kits, ugly stadium. Yeah, you don't like their kits? I've always liked. I like the color green, so I've never minded their kits. Werner's so dumb. Why did he try to roll the back foot there? WTF? Riley, my man. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest idea there. Wolfsburg are my second choice in the Bundesliga. I'd arguably say they're mine too. I've always had I mean, honestly, at one point it was Hanover, because Hanover, when my favorite color is green, Hanover is got the 96 in their logo. I was born in 96, so you know that little love connection there. But I don't know. For me, it's simply just Dortmund, and then the rest are just blended in with a little bit of hatred towards Bayern and Schalke. Have I been to Germany? I have. I went backpacking through Europe in 2018 and went and watched Dortmund play at home against Frankfurt, in which they won 3-1. Hanover has green in their logo, and they play in reds. Frauds. I like Nuremberg for some reason. Are Leipzig fans real in your opinion? They are supposed to... They for sure supported another team before. I mean, like the thing about... I mean, yes, they're real. But, I mean, the reason is because Leipzig had a team before. It's no different than PSG. PSG had a lot of fans. And then they dumped a shitload of money in and picked up more fans from around the world. But there are people who live in Paris who were PSG fans before they were good. Just like there's people who live in Leipzig who supported Leipzig before they were RB Leipzig. And also, I think Leipzig's definitely targeting American viewers. They have a lot of Americans on their team. They just brought in an American manager who's going to be the first American manager to coach at this level. So, yeah, I mean, they do have fans, and I think their stadium attendance does decently well. But, you know. Josh, I think your thing is behind, but Sancho's warming up. I did see that. I did see him warming up. I don't think I'm behind. I might not have mentioned it, but... was that Paco's first match? It wasn't Paco's first match, but Paco scored in the match. Dalio scored, Wolf scored, and Paco scored. And then Sebastian Haller scored for Frankfurt, and we won 3-1. And it was the coolest experience. So if you guys ever have the chance, if you are a Dortmund fan or you are not a Dortmund fan, go to it, man. It's the most... I went to Wembley, watched England take on Spain. I went to Barcelona, watched them take on Girona. And nothing came close to watching Dortmund play, man. Funnest experience you'll have. This thing looks like it's going towards extra time, though, guys. There's been not a lot of movement, not a lot of looks. 30 to go. Will we see another extra time watch along here on the channel? They are attracting Americans. Hey, man, the Americans is one of the biggest markets you're going to find. There's 360 million people who live in that sport, which it's growing. I don't judge Leipzig for doing it. And you see the success that Dortmund capitalized it on too. They had Christian Pulisic and they've had Gio Reyna. They picked up a lot of American viewers. A lot of you guys on the channel told me when I asked how you guys became Dortmund fans. Well, Christian went there. So, I mean, clearly there's a strategy there, and Leipzig are hated. So they need to find some way that works. They have their Leipzig fans already who live there. So why not exploit the Americans? Here comes Kai Havertz coming down the side. Finds Antonio Rudiger. Back to Kai Havertz. Timo Werner. Oh, it's a good run. Good run there by Timo. Are you excited for 2026? I am, but baby, you better believe that we got a chance of qualifying for 2022. There's a chance that Canada can do it, man. There is. The octagonal will be insane, but I think Canada can do it. So we may have back-to-back World Cups. But yes, World Cup is coming to Canada in 2026. I will be attending as much as I can. Josh, PSG is making big moves. I live in Los Angeles, California, and it's the richest area, most populated area. PSG opened a store and sells nothing but PSG gear. That's wild, man. That is wild. But yeah, that's actually cool, and that's smart. I don't know. It's a fact. It doesn't matter all the countries in the world. It's a fact. The States is a target, and the sport is growing in that country massively. Their national team looks good. They've always had a connection to the sport. It's just they have so many other sports that are obviously so popular, but football is growing, and it's continuously growing. And with big players going to clubs, they see the success and they see the power of having an American on it. Brings in a lot of views, brings in a lot of interest, and a lot of Americans are good. Weston McKennie. Brilliant signing and brought in a lot of people to follow Juve. From where were you watching the game? The yellow wall? I was not in the yellow wall. I was a very high up. But one day I'll try to go in the yellow wall. I have a deal with Paul Lambert that we're gonna sneak back into the yellow wall together. He told me a story that he snuck into the yellow wall, kind of was disguised all up, said he wanted to embrace it. Said it was the coolest thing you'll see. So I plan on doing that. And hopefully when we head over there, we'll be able to meet up with a lot of you guys. I became a Dortmund fan simply because they wore yellow. And it was much colors of... I'm assuming that's another football team in India. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or no, your local cricket. I just read the name and assumed. Your local cricket team. Who you adored, and you adored Dortmund. Well, that's a beautiful story. And that's the beautiful thing about football. I love hearing stories of how people became supporters of their respective teams, especially if you're not from the place. I'm from Canada. You can see my local team right above me there. TFC. But, I mean, Dortmund's my club. We gotta do work for the club. I pointed the wrong way. It's right there. That's TFC. I gotta work for the club, which is an incredible accomplishment. I appreciate all the support you guys have shown to lead to that. And yeah, I found them from no other ways but a fluke. And now I'm doing this channel, working with the team, and I'm very grateful for all you guys. But Gnabry looks like he's getting ready, man. That's a nice ball, but just out. Oh, we're going to see another shootout, man. How beautiful would it be to see a shootout and then see England lose in the shootout? It would almost be cruel. But Gnabry's coming on. He's coming on for Timo Werner. It was the expected sub. I would still like to see Volland get a look, but whatever. What are you going to do? What do you guys think of Timo Werner's appearance? From 1 out of 10, rate Timo Werner. I think a soft 6 is probably as fair as Timo Werner's going to get. Grealish is coming on as well. The Irish fraud is coming on. Gnabry is in, and Jack Grealish has come in. The hell with Jadon Sancho, eh? Just poor management, man. It's poor management. Old St. Mick gave Werner a 7, followed by a 5. I gave him a 6, so I think a 6 is about where we're going to rate our boy Timo Werner there. Trader Grealish is coming on. Jack Grealish should be starting too, in my opinion. Should be Grealish and Sancho on the wings. Even though I do think Sterling's had a good game. I thought he looked very lively when he gets the ball. He's had some good looks. Josh, you probably talked about it earlier. I wasn't here, but how do you feel about Terzic isn't going to be a coach? I haven't touched it. I can't believe I haven't. It took 69 minutes, dirty, to someone ask me that question. I'm very surprised. But, yes, I think it's the right decision. You guys know my opinion on Terzic. I thought that he should have took another coaching job elsewhere, continually developed as a coach. I don't think it was a good idea for him to go from the main man to take a backseat role to Marco Rose. I just thought it wouldn't be as smooth as they were probably hoping it would be. And on top of that, he said he wanted to stay with the club, so give him a different type of role, and that's exactly what they did. So I like the move. I still think that he should have maybe moved on and got another head coaching job, because I think he is at that level. But he doesn't want to leave Dortmund. So, I mean, he's going to be sitting back in the wings, not going to get in Marco Rose's way. Not that he would, but it allows Marco Rose to come in and implement what he wants. And then he's just still a part of the club, and if something happens down the line, he's available to step back in when he needs to. So, I like it. I did have a big issue with them working together. It could have been beautiful, but it also could have maybe been a little messy. So that's just my opinion. And Terzic also seems like he's just an unbelievably calm and easygoing man that I do think he could have worked under Marco Rose very well. I do believe that, but I do like this move. 69, I know. Dirty man. Dirty man. It's a poor ball, though, guys. Another poor ball. Gretzka's got to be better there. If you're just joining us, guys, be sure to drop a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you guys are new. And hopefully enjoy the last 20 here, because England, in all the games they've played in the Euros, have not allowed a goal yet. And this has been a bit of a boring match. But if we see extra time, man, it's gonna get a little livelier, I think. There's a foul there from Gozens. Good luck. Tech man, how you doing? It is a yellow for Gozens. It's late. It's a late challenge. I don't think it's totally unfair. It is a late challenge. I'm just happy he loved Dortmund because I really like him and I'm glad he's staying. I am too. And I think this, if I wanted him to stay, this is the role I'd like to see him get. Kelly says, are we even on yellows now? I believe Rice and Phillips and Ginter and Gozens. 2 defenders for Germany, 2 midfielders for England. Gonna make some challenges very, very iffy from time to time. Kimmich is very well there, though, to win that ball. Really late. It was. It was late, man. Finds Mats Hummels, who's had a good game as well today. Thomas Muller's been quiet. The 2 leaders that were brought in to try to find some balance to this team. I don't know. I feel Muller's had a bit of an underwhelming Euro so far. Hummels, I think, has been good. I think he's been burnt a couple times, but in the grand scheme of things, he's come in with some unbelievable tackles, brought some leadership to the back 3 or back 5, however you want to look at it. Holland posted on Twitter, time to bring on Sancho. He's thinking about his boy. Probably pissed the fact that he's not on. Trippier did go down there. So it does look like Tyrone Mings, I'm assuming, is going to probably warm up. Going to push Walker back out to right wing back if Trippier comes off. Can't believe England has more Dortmund players than Germany. So they both have 2. England has Sancho and Bellingham, and Dortmund Germany have Chan and Hummels. But Reece James, that would also make sense. Yeah, I could see that. That would make sense. Reece James is a good look. And then Walker will stay, obviously, at his position. Reece James out on right wing back. I don't know, man. Do you guys see a goal coming? I see this thing heading to extra times and probably pens. No, it doesn't look like either one of these teams really want to go for it. This has been a much more boring affair than the 2 games we watched yesterday. The 2 games we watched yesterday were freaking awesome. Yes, it's also Jude Bellingham's birthday, so big shout out to Jude Bellingham. Happy birthday. Finds Grealish, though. If one of the 2 teams were looking to break through at this point, I do think it's going to be England. I don't know why. There's been no... Grealish. Fuck. And it is Sterling. Mother. Well, you can't say it's not deserved, man. England has been the better team so far. Oh, it's a well-worked goal. But I don't know, man. Like, Jurgen Love just did not get his tactics right. He's not doing anything right to have any remote impact on this game so far. It was definitely onside. It shows Harry Kane. He held his line well. Found Grealish. Puts it on out. Beautiful ball in. Nicely timed run. Sterling tucks it home. England have been the better team so far, and it's not like the goal wasn't deserved, but it goes back down to Jurgen Love and why he's not going to be here past this year, but I don't know. Well, now Jurgen Love better throw in a couple substitutions right now. You might as well toss on Vollen. You might as well toss on Sané. You got to go for broke because you've had an ugly game so far. Ugh. My dad asked me, is Rooney playing? Oh, that's a good ball. That's a foul. Come on. Did he give it? He did. All right. Immediately, a dangerous free kick coming in. Straightforward. Picks up a yellow as well. This is a huge opportunity for the Germans. This is a lifeline to get back in because it was a beautiful takedown by Kimmich. I don't even know what he did. Did he trip over himself? He took it down right here. Nice takedown. Nope, he was taken out. That's a foul. That's a clear foul. Now there's a huge opportunity coming in here. Harry Maguire picks up a yellow. And the Germans have been very lackluster all game. Have a big opportunity here to do something dangerous. Come on, boys. It's got to be Toni Kroos, surely. Surely it's got to be Toni Kroos to take this. Why is Muller taking it? Oh my god. It makes no sense to me why Thomas Muller is taking that. He's not a set piece specialist. That is a job for Toni Kroos. And then Mats Hummels puts it out. Holy. They're just making all the wrong decisions today, man. Might as well have given Neuer that free kick. That was a lifeline back in, and you couldn't even put it over the wall. It's poor. I feel like Jurgen Love's got to go to the bench now, and I don't know if he will. But you got to bring on Volley. You got to do something. There's 12 minutes to go. I don't know why you haven't went to the bench yet. Take off one of your center backs. And these are the decisions why Jurgen Love will be out of a job. Well, he is going to be out of a job no matter what. But these are the decisions that led up to this. There's no reason why he hasn't gone to the bench yet. There's 10 to play. You've been playing like shit all game. Take off one of your center backs. Put on a forward. And start actually going for it. Because England have been the better side. And they do deserve the goal. Just saying, if Royce was there to take it, that would have been a goal. Well, I mean, Toni Kroos can hit him too. I can't believe they let Muller take it. This could have been a Sané game. Maybe, but man, honestly, Sané was awful in the last game. And I feel like right now, throw on Jamal. Musiala made a big difference coming on. I don't understand why he's not going to the bench. And he's still letting this drag out with players that have been playing very poorly all game. It just baffles me, man. It just baffles me. I don't even see any of them warming up. Oh, man. Yeah, Sané's been poor. Sané's been poor all tournament. It's a decent ball. Harry Kane. It doesn't make any sense, man. Let England go down for more rushes. Let them hold the possession. It's just poor. It's just poor all around, man. So it's coming home. Oh, take a look. Take a look. Thomas Muller. Oh, you. Oh my God, Muller. Get off the fucking pitch. Give me a break. Come on. It's a perfect ball. You were alone. This is why you need a fucking striker on the field. Makes absolutely no sense. Get Thomas Muller off the field. You have Kevin Volland, who's your best finisher. You already took off your only other real finisher in Werner, and he's still not going to the bench. I'd throw on Kevin Volland right now, and I'd throw on Jamal Musiala. I'd take off Muller because that was just pathetic. Come on. That could have fucking tied it. Finds Gnabry and loses the ball because this has just been an atrocious display. Yeah, well, you need a striker. You have a one-on-one like that. You need to put the ball in the back of the net. He still hasn't gone to the bench. Why is there 3 center backs on the pitch? I will never know. Jurgen Love is going to get an absolute killing on Twitter, on social media, everywhere. Because this has been a pathetic performance. And he's not doing anything to justify it. Go to the bench. Especially after Jamal Musiala came on and made a big difference in the last match to get you that vital point to move you through. This is not a good way to go out. He needs to go to the bench. And you wonder what happens when you get on one-on-ones with people who can't finish. You had Timo Werner and you've had Thomas Muller on a one-on-one. And you're putting on Emre Can. This doesn't make any sense, man. Oh my lord. Complete opposite of what I was trying to... yeah, who cares? Why bring on Jamal or Kevin Volland? Why bring on players who could make a difference? Let's bring on Emre Can. Nothing against Emery. We know we love him, but this is not a game for Emre Can to come on and make a difference. Gozens, right to Pickford. This is pathetic. You need to score, not to give away goals. Should have brought on Chan at halftime. He should have... I don't know, man. Sane, Jamal Musiala, and Kevin Volland are sitting there on the bench, and there's 7 minutes left in regular time. You're down 1-0, and you bring on Emre Can. The media is going to have a heyday with Jurgen Love, man. This is literally laughable. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I'm so confused. I don't know how the Germans in the chat are dealing with this. And they're bringing on Henderson, obviously, to probably swap out one of the yellows and the CDMs. It's a nice ball to Gnabry. No movement whatsoever. Oh my god. Muller playing a false 9. He was playing as a center attacking mid alongside Havertz with Gnabry as the lone striker. But they might have switched it up a little bit. Werner was playing as the false striker, or the lone striker, and now I'm assuming that's where Gnabry's playing. Gozens does well. I can't believe what I'm watching, man. Italy might win it. This is just poor management. Grealish, Harry Kane. You know what? Jurgen Love, you're going to have a heyday. You were going to have a heyday on Twitter. That's a joke. Well, again, that is just poor, man. Is he on? Looks like he's on. I don't know. But, I mean, this is Jurgen Love's fault. This is Jurgen Love's fault, man. I can't imagine. I don't even want to go on Twitter to see what people are going to say about Jurgi Löw. I don't know what you were doing. He made no effort whatsoever to try to right the wrongs he created in this game. Poor tactics. He could have switched formations at any time, decided against it. And even at this point, when it was 1-0, we saw Emre Can warming up instead of Volland, instead of Sané, instead of Musiala. This was absolutely atrocious. And Jurgi Löw is going out there. Absolutely poor. I don't know. I mean, England was a better team, but this could have been a different game. It was just simply atrocious. Jordan Henderson comes on for Declan Rice to see this game through. He is the perfect type of player to throw on right now. Jurgi Löw still decides against subs. Why? Or no, Emre Can's on, so there you go. That's smart. That's smart. Oh, man. This is laughable. This is absolutely laughable. I can't believe we're watching Emre Can. And again, no offense to Emre Can. We love Emre Can. He's a Dortmund player, but this is not a game for him. Sané's on. I don't get why Can? Why Can instead of Kevin Volland? Someone explain that to me. I mean, yes, you went with Leroy Sané, who's had a poor tournament. But it's just, I don't get it. I don't get it. And he brings on Sané. Hats off to your team. Enjoy the semis while the Germans enjoy the beer. I'm sorry for the Germans. It's okay, Kelly. I mean, you know, there's no one else to blame in this game besides Jurgi Löw, man. No one else to blame. He was too stubborn on his tactics, decided against it, didn't make the right kind of moves, and yet we're finishing this game with 3 center backs. That is how that worked. I'm going for Belgium now. Going for Belgium. They got 3 Dortmund players. They're the teams I picked to win the tournament. I'll be going for Belgium. But I don't know. It's annoying. Goretzka, and out. Josh, you do know Jurgi Löw is the type to sub off Muller and put Can as a number 9. Yeah, but he's playing on the outside center back right now. But I can't imagine what Twitter's looking like. Germany sucks, I told you. I put this down to Jurgi Löw. Every German fan is depressed. Yeah. This was terrible. I'm not saying that Germany deserved to win this. That's definitely not what I'm saying. But I'm saying Jurgi Löw could have done something. Could have done something. Jurgi Löw could have made any type of movement to try to make this game go a different type of way. And that just wasn't the case. Goretzka, I mean, there's 4 minutes to play. I can't imagine they're going to turn this thing around, but a bicycle kick, it's a bold effort. England can't go and win the whole thing now. Well, they got a pretty easy path, but we're going to be cheering for Denmark pretty aggressively in that semifinals, hopefully. Or Mr. Carlson, your Swedes Can do some damage. Oh, but there's Jamal. Perfect. He came on in the 90th minute with 3 minutes to play. Perfect. Perfect timing. Pathetic. Time for Belgium to step up. Oh, man. No point of watching the end of this stream. I don't get it. It's literally laughable tossing out Muzala right now. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Twitter's going to erupt. England is moving on to the quarters. We'll take on the winner of Ukraine and Sweden. This is unbelievable, man. Well, Mr. Carlson, we'll jump on your side. We'll jump on the Swede train. I don't know. That's just insane. Little free kick coming up here. About a minute left. Help. I guess we can start talking about Canada again. Well, hopefully they release their Gold Cup squad, so I'll have something else to talk about. But oh, Jurgi Love, you're not going to be a very well-liked man. Good match. Well played. It was well played by England. It was atrocious from the Germans. Josh always had a Swede team. My girlfriend's background actually comes from Sweden, so there you go. She got a few Scandinavian countries in her. I'll be supporting Belgium because Germany and Belgium have almost the same flag. I'm going for Belgium now because the 3 Dortmund players, and I did pick them to win the tournament. So, I don't know, man. England's defense looks like a wall right now. They have not allowed a goal. Josh, I miss your 5 takeaways from Dortmund games. Will you do 5 takeaways for the Super Cup and preseason games? We will, baby. We will do 5 takeaways for every exhibition game and for our big Dortmund and Bayern Super Cup game. You know what? You want to do 5 takeaways for this? Get some German frustration out, because that's it. England move on. That was atrocious. I don't know if I have it in me to go invent in a 5 takeaways. I think it might be fun, though. Oh, man. I don't know. That was poor. Drop a like, guys. Drop a like one last time. Maybe we do a 5 takeaways. Maybe we don't. It could be interesting. I don't know if I'm going to stream the later game. Thanks, Josh. Much love, my boys. What do you mean by takeaways? It's a series we do on the channel where we talk about 5 takeaways. Yeah, Josh swearing in German. I don't know. Maybe we could do one. Maybe we could do a quick one for fun. You know what? Why not? Why not? There's only one takeaway. Low is horrible. I don't know. If you guys see me back up in 5 minutes, it's because I've done a takeaway. But now we're going to watch the Canadians. Yeah. All right. We love you guys. We appreciate you tuning in. That was painful to watch. But I appreciate it. Maybe we'll see you in a couple minutes for a 5 takeaways quickly. Drop a like on your way out. Subscribe if you guys are new, and we'll talk to you guys soon.